Welcome to the Business Over Beer Happy Hour, a daily dose of support for business owners, entrepreneurs, and people passionate about what they do. Hosted by Ben Surratt, Jonathan Kaler, and Jason Knope, it's time to grab a beer, enjoy some cheer, and join together.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Business Over Beer Happy Hour. I hope everybody brought something that made them happy that they are drinking. Please make sure to let us know what you are drinking that's making you happy. We are Mr. Respect the Hairless today. So I am going to say hello to Mr. Respect the Head himself, Jason Knope. Hey, Jason.
Hey guys, how you doing? As our friend Respect the Hair said, it has been a long, strange week, and I think we should. Yeah, we need to drink some beer and get over that. Who do we have with us today, Ben?
Who do we have? We have Therapy Fitness. Why don't you two introduce yourself? Carly, we'll start with you, and then Savannah.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Carly. I am one of the owners of Therapy Fitness. What do you want me to say about myself? Just that?
Yeah, and what you're drinking.
Oh, okay. So I am drinking one of my favorite beers that we discovered camping this year from Migration Brewing. It's called Straight Outta Portland IPA.
Ooh.
That's what I got going. It's so good.
Awesome. Savannah.
Hello.
Who are you?
Yeah, it's confusing. My name's Savannah, and I am one of the owners of Therapy Fitness, and I am actually drinking some Zinfandel red wine tonight.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's wine o'clock in your house.
Yeah, buddy. Since like 3:30, but okay.
So why don't we start by why don't you two just tell us a little bit about your business, Therapy Fitness, and how it kind of got started, and where you are right now we'll lead up to right before everything went down. So tell us about Therapy Fitness.
Therapy Fitness was actually a boot camp for a long time. It was something that was dreamed up, and Savannah and I were really good friends, and I told her about this idea I had, and she was like, heck yeah, let's do it. And we've always had like this really cool working relationship where I'm like the dreamer and she's the doer. So we just work really well together. So we started as just a boot camp, and we built up over the last 3 years, and we bought a gym in October of this year. And so now our boot camp gets to become this big vision that we've had for a really long time. I'll let you kind of take over from here, Savannah.
Yeah. When I talked to Car about it, it was kind of like this big dream she had, and she just mentioned wanting to do it, and I am impatient. So I'm like, I think this would be really fun and we should do it. And so we kind of just went for it, and it's been really cool. We get to do something that we love. We get to work together, and we get to impact people's lives, which is pretty cool.
That is awesome. Well,
I love your guys' this is happy attitude.
Yeah, for sure.
You got an idea?
This is happy hour. This is happy hour, so I want to open something that makes me very happy.
Oh, what do you got?
So, what I have is the first bottle of the Business Over Beer, Bob. I don't even know. Did we name this, Knope? Did we name the beer?
It's Business Over Beer beer.
It's Business Over Beer beer.
The Bob beer.
It's Bob beer.
And who did we brew this with, Knope?
We brewed this with the Hieronymus family and Hopkins Brewing.
Yes. And their episode is actually today, so you can download that episode today and listen to the listen to their story. It's fantastic. But I am going to open that right now. Oh, yes. Woo-wee.
You snagging a drink out of the bottle first, or you just pouring it?
I'm just pouring it.
All right.
You got yours? You got yours, Canoper?
I got mine.
Kaylor, you got yours, dude? Prost,
Prost,
he says.
Prost.
All right, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Renegade. So now that we know your business, ladies, tell us a little bit about what's been going on since this whole social distancing thing. Have you talked to your clients and well, let's start with your business. When did you find out everything? Like, when did everything go down for you?
Wait. Oh, go ahead, Savannah.
Oh, well, I was just going to say we paid pretty close attention to it since it started. And we kind of just kept an eye on it as long as we could. And I think like Friday the 13th, I remember the date, it started getting really pretty eerie. And that's when it started getting really serious. And we had to end up closing on the following Tuesday. But we were in constant contact and communication with our members. And we did the best that we could to stay open as long as we could. I mean, we have implemented, so many different things to keep the gym sanitary and safe and clean and all sorts of stuff like a lot of businesses did so that we could stay open. And then when, the government mandated the shutdown, we didn't really have much of a choice after that. But
right. And what were your members saying? Were they cool? Were they understanding?
Yeah, they were very understanding. It was very 50-50. Some people wanted us to just stay open and other people wanted to do the social distancing. And at the end of the day, it just came down to like liability and not wanting to cause more harm than it, by staying open than would happen if we just closed. Like people's health was more important to us at that point than making $1 or keeping the doors open. Even though it was definitely like a really sad day.
Are you guys staying engaged with your folks?
Oh yeah, for sure. We talk to them multiple times a day through our Facebook groups and then our virtual workouts that we're hosting.
And we have an app that's loaded with workouts, so we got people in on that, and so they're assigned. So no one's skipping a beat on our watch.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
What's the name of your guys' app, and where can it be found?
So we go through True Coach. It's a third-party platform, but we have, if you head over to our website at therapyfitnesspnw.com, you can sign up for 1 month or multiple months of that app, and it has variation of workouts every day, and it's really fun.
That's awesome. The other thing that you two do a lot is talk about staying fit and especially during these times, staying fit and not just your physical health, but your mental health, which is, it's very refreshing because I think that kind of gets put on the back burner when it comes to, I'm not saying all coaches are like that, but it's like, yeah, you got to stay healthy, you got to stay fit, but you two also kind of say, but you need your serenity. You need to keep your mental health just as your physical health. So talk a little bit about what you do and maybe some advice you can give our listeners today.
Well, I think like one of the origins of this boot camp was it was born a lot from us feeling very pressured by the fitness industry and not ever like the comparison and the calorie counting and all of this stuff that could get you this fit, bikini body as it used to be called a lot back then was actually kind of making us feel worse and not better. And so mental health has always been a really huge focus of this boot camp, because part of the reason I started it with Savannah is because we both felt like there's more to being healthy than how your body looks, and that's just so missed. And so that definitely goes like extra right now. You know, it's not really about staying fit right now. It's more about staying healthy by moving your body. But I would say like fitness goals or weight loss goals are, you know, probably not the best thing to focus on right now, because the coronavirus is going around, and what you want to do is keep your body really super healthy by moving daily, you know, getting outside as much as you can, taking walks, eating well, and just like whatever way you can relieve stress. Because at the end of the day, if you're stressed out, your immune system is a goner. So you just have to figure out what that is, whether it's like meditating or, for me, it is moving my body. And so some days I do pretty light workouts right now, just so that I'm moving my body and I am staying healthy. And then some days, if I'm super grouchy and being kind of an asshole to everyone, it's like I know I need like a gnarly, nasty workout, and I need to sweat really hardcore. So you just kind of have to get to know your body and your mind and what you need, and just like more so focus on staying healthy than reaching fitness goals right now.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
I think that a lot of people, it's kind of like what I was telling you earlier, Ben, like when people got on or before people got on, but it's really, everyone's in a really tough place right now. This is like the unknown, and we've never dealt with something like this before. And I mean, people are out of jobs, people's spouses are out of jobs. I mean, people have their kids home, which isn't normal for most families. And I think that at the end of the day, it like requires a little bit of grace and making sure that you're taking care of yourself. And maybe that's not like an all-out workout. Maybe that's just getting through without like snapping at your kids. Or a lot of people are dealing with stresses and anxieties and stuff because this is so new and they don't really know how to channel that. And so like Carly was saying, just getting outside, I think like touching the earth and getting into nature is really important. When it was sunny last week, I think I went on more hikes then than I have, all year. It was just so important during the chaos and the stress to kind of recenter. And I think as long as people continue to do that and just feed their body well, I know there's a lot of jokes out there about the bored eating and all like the decisions that we're making stuck in the house. But at the end of the day, if you're taking care of your body, however that suits you, I think that's the most important, and not letting like other people's expectations kind of define this really strange time.
And also, if you are like drinking more beer than usual or eating stuff you don't normally eat or whatever, it's like, it's okay. It's going to be fine. At some point, life will go back to normal or will adjust to whatever. Like, nobody really knows what's going to happen right now, but just like chill out and give yourself a little grace and relax and like get rid of the restrictions and just focus on being happy and healthy.
It's like such a perspective shift, because how often do we say like, gosh, I wish I just had a week where I didn't have to do anything and I could just drink all day and eat like shit. Like, seriously, we all say that. Like, here we are, and we get to do it, and everyone, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's not stressful, but like, you have to find like the beauty in the storm. And if you want to drink at 2:00, like I've done, then who cares? Like, it's gonna be
9 a.m.
Yeah, or whatever.
That's like, that's perfect.
It's like, we'll just have breakfast beers. It's fine.
This is like what we've wanted, guys. Like,
so let me ask you this then. What do you think? I asked this to everybody we've had on. What as a business owner, what are you learning from this experience, and what are you going to take with you when this all ends?
Well, I think, one thing that we had going for us through this all is that we have built this business on very little to nothing. And so like all of our equipment we've bought as we've gone. And so it just reminds us that we don't actually need all this fancy stuff to make our business operate. Our hearts are in it so much, and we love our members so much. And we could tell you we could give you a list of all of our members and you could point to one of them and we could tell you everything about them, their family, like what's going on in their life. And that's what makes our gym special. And so it's just a reminder that that low overhead and like all the fancy stuff that other places have is not something that we need. And we were actually talking with a business coach before this, and one of the questions that came up was it's like really eerie because it was literally days before all of this even broke out. But we had asked him, like, what do you do like to prepare for a recession? And he gave us some really good tips that we were thinking like, gosh, those would be great to implement. Like he talked about having a spreadsheet with like plan A, B, and C, and like writing down all of your expenses and what you can afford. Like what would be the first things that you cut would be, you know, plan A. And then if you need to trim the fat even more, here's plan B. And then like worst case scenario is plan C. And so I think moving forward, that's definitely some really good advice. And we didn't have time to implement that. But it is something that we probably will work on like ASAP.
Yeah. And I think like one thing that I've learned is just that like we can't control everything. Is like even when it comes to our business, we both work really hard. And I think that was kind of like the biggest blow is that we've worked so hard and we've done really well and we've impacted these people and our own lives even. And to have it get, you know, so kind of skewed over something that was out of our control was kind of hard because I don't know, you just can't control everything. And so just learning how to have a day to be pissed because it was hard. And so to have those days where you can kind of let it out, Cara and I both took a trip. We got out of here and just kind of had a day to like reset and center. And then we were like, okay, we're done now. We need to get to work. And so I guess some of the big things for me was that no matter how hard we work, we can't control everything. And also, even if you can't control things, you can make the best out of the situation. And so we've implemented a lot of cool things for our community and our group. And we just got right back to work with what we can control. And so it's been really empowering to see that even during this crazy pandemic, we can still help people and be a part. So.
Yeah, I mean, Canopal will totally get this too. This whole week we've talked to small business owners, and the common theme has been the community and helping small businesses. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to keep repeating this because I believe it. The community, this community particular, there is, Lynn put it well, I think it was Lynn the other day, where it was what was it? Co-opetition.
There it is.
There it is.
And it's like, even though the business might be your competition, you still look out for them. And this community just has this to an abundance, and you two are part of it. What things would you suggest for a small business owner, or even a person who isn't a small business owner, who wants to help a small business? What advice do you have for them?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, just asking for help, because you're right. Everybody has been so amazing. And you know, we've put out calls to action, like if you need help, please ask us, because we want to help other people. And I think that's one of the coolest things about when tragedy, gosh, I've had too much beer already. But you know, when like all these crazy things happen, even if you think back to like 9/11, like the stock market crash in 2008, like the one thing that is really cool to see is how people do come together and try to lift each other up. And it's not any different right now. And I think people really do want to help. And so I think if you need help, you just have to ask for it, because there are a million people that want to help and want to give what they have. And all this like fear-based, scarcity-based media stuff that we get shoved in our face is actually not the norm that I've experienced from everyone I've interacted with. I mean, we put out a call to action to help people, and we could hardly find anyone to help because so many other people have stepped up to the plate. So people are ready and willing to help.
And they're taking action. I mean, people want to be a part and to help. And yeah, I just agree with everything that Carr said. And as far as small businesses, I think they're doing really awesome. I think that they're offering to-go orders, like just like I was saying about us earlier. I think it's a hard blow, and I think as soon as this is lifted, I said it in a post the other day, like any business owner knows that once this ban is lifted, we're working like triple time, but I think that doing what we can now in the interim is crucial. And I love that I'm seeing so many small business owners, most of my favorite small businesses are breweries. So I love seeing that they're like offering to-go orders and helping still attract business to them. And Carr and I are doing a lot to shift people to their favorite local spots so that they can, survive this whole thing. And so I think a key to any small business is to make sure you're still keeping face and doing what you can to keep that community, because that's the most important thing. It's not even sales. It's like people who love you, they want to help you. And so if you offer something, most of the time, people will come through.
And right now, if you can support your favorite small businesses, like you really have to lean into that, because they're not going to be there if you don't. And also, even if you do, it's going to be, a very hard, uphill battle. And the same goes for humans in general. Like, go check on your neighbors. I know we live in a neighborhood that has a lot of elderly people. And so we've left them notes on their doors with our phone numbers. And it's like, if you need anything, we'll go. We'll bring groceries back.
Yeah.
Or, just care about the other people.
We've done the same thing, actually. Yeah, that's so nice.
I think therapy fitness kind of embodies the whole idea of co-opetition. I mean, you guys have other trainers and other instructors that you bring in and allow them to use your space. Could you maybe talk a little bit more about how you work with those people as well?
Well, I mean, we've been really lucky to have had other people allow us in their space, as we were just a boot camp. So we've rented from other gyms before, and we're still really good friends with the owners of those gyms. And so, when we opened ours, it was really important to us to pay that forward. But also at the end of the day, it's not fun to get to the top if you're at the top by yourself. I don't know, but I want all my friends and everyone I love up there with me. That's kind of one of our core values, is just trying to make sure that we bring as many people as we can up with us.
That's beautiful, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, we've never experienced this before. I mean, we're all in this. This is all new to everybody. I mean, small businesses, big businesses, farmers, everybody is being impacted by this. And I think once we get out of our mourning period, and like you said it, you said it earlier, it's like it's almost, I relate it to almost like somebody passing away. There's the mourning period, and then there's the acceptance, the anger, that we all have that right now. And the difference between the small business owners is that we need to get over it a little bit quicker, especially if we have employees. And it was great to have Lynn on yesterday too, because he talked a little bit about that. But for you two, what is the future for therapy fitness? What do you see the future of, maybe not just your business, but maybe business in general? Do you think this is going to change things, or do you think it'll just go back to the way it was before this all happened?
I think that this is going to just be a skip in our journey. I think we make a lot of jokes. We've been through a lot of adversity. There's a lot of things that we've overcome that we don't know if we always joke that we've overcome things and built this so passionately that we don't know if other people would have went through or overcame what we have. And not from a cocky standpoint, but we've been through some really hard shit over the 3 years of this gym. And so this just, to us, it's not anything different. It's really hard and it's scary, but we're going to band together like we always do. We have some really cool community drives and stuff in place to collect supplies or to help people, you know, like kind of like Carly was talking about earlier, to help people in need. And as soon as we can open those doors, we're throwing a party, we're working out, and we're just going to kind of get back to everything we know and love and just embrace our members and kind of get things going again.
Let's talk about. I'm sorry, but let's talk about your party that you're going to do. The fundraiser. Let's talk about that. What are you going to do?
Well, I just meant a really big fun workout, but we're currently running a fundraiser now. We're just looking for people that need help, like Carly was saying, and we are just going to be collecting supplies, anything that anyone can donate, whether it's canned food or cleaning supplies or sanitizer. I mean, stuff that's hard to come by for people that need it. And so we've been talking to Clark County Food Bank and to Meals on Wheels, and we're just trying to get involved. But when I said we're going to open back up and have a party, I just meant like we're going to have just a fun workout, and it's just going to get things kind of back on track.
We have some questions here from Don Noel as well. Wondering if you guys are offering online workouts now.
Yes. I will get that. Car, you were going to say something, so I'll go ahead and respond to that while you...
Oh, yeah, no, we are offering online workouts and virtual workouts for people who still want the energy of a group. So both of those things are available for our members and for anybody who just needs that.
Awesome.
Perfect. Other question is, how are memberships affected by this?
I mean, for us, we've just been offering a different sort of membership for people who are doing online. Our app, we create those workouts ourselves and we film them ourselves. So a lot of work still goes into it. And then we lead virtual workouts every day, morning and evening. So we're still putting in a lot of work, but we are discounting the memberships for those because it's different than having an in-person experience for sure. And then we've just had some really awesome members who have just said, I don't care. Like, we love you so much that I just want to pay the regular membership and we want you to survive. And so we're really grateful for those people who are supporting us in that way.
That is awesome. So I want you both each to give out one exercise that anybody can do at home for free right now. What exercise each? Go. Carly, we'll start with you.
Okay, well, mine, I love burpees. So everyone's going to hate me, but do your burpees, people.
Do your burpees.
And if you have a set of weights, do some man makers because those are so miserable but so effective. I love them. And
what are those called?
For those of you who don't know, so you have a set of dumbbells, some like medium heavy ones that are challenging. And you're going to pop down onto the floor into a plank. You'll do a push-up, and then you'll row the weights up. And then you come up into a squat and stand up and press the weights up overhead.
Oh.
They're the worst. They're the worst. They're so good.
I like Papa Don. Papa Don, drink carbonated drinks and burp. I like that.
Yeah. The 16-ounce curls.
Oh my gosh. We had some ladies today. This morning we did our virtual workout and they needed one weight, and we had some girls grab bottles of wine, and it was hilarious. They were like curling their wine. It was so funny.
That's awesome. Savannah, what's your exercise?
Mine's weighted squat jumps, and they're fun because you could do any variation like sumo squat jumps or narrow or standard. But they're a burner and every part of your body gets a workout. So those are probably that's what I've been doing the most of over here.
Weesh. And so we're going to have you guys back on for sure.
For sure.
Because you two are awesome and what you're doing is awesome. And if you haven't, I mean, I know you can't right now, but I have been, the three of us have been lucky enough to go to Therapy Fitness and take a tour of your place. It is amazing. You have everything available for people. Even if they want, maybe really quick plug, like even if people want a one-on-one session, or a smaller group, tell people how Therapy Fitness can help them.
Well, we have group classes. We have all kinds of classes. So we have like crazy high impact classes that you like don't stop the whole time and they're true hit. We've got low impact classes. We have kickboxing. We have kickboxing for kids. And then we have personal trainers there. So depending on what you're looking for, there's a number of different trainers that specialize in different things. And so that's available too. So we do, and we have like barbell lifting classes. So we've got a little bit of everything, and we were slotted to introduce a really cool mobility flow, which will be coming. We're so excited for it and so bummed that it had to get pushed back, but we've found people who are basically kind of experts in each area, and they take the lead on all of those classes. So we're pretty strategic about making sure we're giving you the best that we can in every area.
Lynn would like to know, do you guys do virtual classes for kids like you guys were doing in the gym?
We don't do them for kids right now.
All right.
Cool. Well, we are right at the half-hour mark. I got to tell you, you two are awesome. We could talk forever, and I can't wait to talk to you two again and get a little bit more background on, your story behind this. But we appreciate you two. Keep doing what you're doing with the community. If they want to reach you, what's the best way to reach you?
On any of our social media plugs, Therapy Fitness is our handle on Instagram and on Facebook. Or if you can send us a message over at info@therapyfitnesspnw.com, and I'll go ahead and throw it in the chat box too.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Hey,
and just to let everybody know, this recording is going to be available through our podcast channels on Tuesday, and all the links will be in the show notes and on our blog post associated with the episode as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, Kayla, we are.
Yeah.
We missed you, Jonathan.
I think maybe he just took some time out to maybe shampoo his hair again or something. I don't know.
hey,
Canope. Had to do it, Kayla.
Canope, where can they find Business Over Beer?
Well, they can find us at bizoverbeer.com, bizoverbeer.com. And there you have links to our shows, the locations where we host them at, and great content on us, as well as a blog for each of our different episodes.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Savannah. We appreciate you.
Thank you,
and
guys.
Thanks for having us on. When this is over, I'll invite you guys over to drink our 700 kegs of beer that I was telling you about. We'll have a party.
Okay,
I'll be there for
deal.
a week.
Deal.
For real.
Oh, wow.
All right, you guys. Thanks again, everybody.
Thanks.
And we will see you at the next happy hour.
Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Business Over Beer reminds you to always drink responsibly. Our theme song is Alley Cat by Soul Shifters. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next Business Over Beer Happy Hour.